I rise with great pleasure, as I always do in your House, to use the hashtag campaigningworks. And I join the front bench spokespeople in commending the nuclear test veterans and their families who've campaigned so long and so hard and can now finally celebrate the results. I really do hope that that the government can ensure that these medals do reach the veterans and their families. My question follows on from the Noble Lord Purvis's tweeds. And as the Noble Lady, the Minister, was just saying about the traditional owners of the lands. And I note that in this rather long statement there is indeed one clause in one sentence that says, as well as an acknowledgement of the traditional owners of the lands that were used for nuclear testing. I wonder if the Noble Lady, the Minister, might be able to amplify a little what the word "an acknowledgement" actually means. And I particularly note in that context that Maralinga, the most infamous site in Australia with the worst contamination and the worst damage done to Indigenous communities. Just last year there was a Monash University study done some new scientific understanding that in the desert environment, even quite small particles can break down in that environment to release plutonium, something that's happening right now at this moment and will happen for many decades and perhaps centuries. So would acknowledgement include more support, perhaps for more research and more action to deal with the continuing damage?
In a sense, I agree with the Noble Lady that it's important to publicly acknowledge the use for lands for nuclear testing belonging to, traditional landowners, both in Australia and in the Pacific. And I was going to volunteer that point, which Lord Purvis made. I think we are acknowledging it publicly in Parliament, and we have to continue to do that. I'm not aware of any particular research in the area that the Noble Lady mentions, but I'll certainly ask that question and come back to her if I can give her some more information. I suspect she may know a great deal about that country and what is going on there.